This is the DnA Show
with DJ Dave and Amanda
on Wolf Radio.
Good morning and welcome to the DnA Show. I'm David.
I'm Amanda.
And today is March 28th, 2026, and boy, spring has sprung. We did another job on Thursday, and I saw a yellow flower growing.
Wow, I've seen a couple little pieces of grass.
No, there's the grass is greening up, yellow flowers, even though, Mother Nature is now agreeing it's spring, even though the official date of spring was on the 20th, I believe.
Yep.
So that was the first day of our cleanups, was the 20th, and it was also the first day of spring, and it was a windy day. It's always a windy day every time we do cleanups. We can put the backpacks down and start raking. The wind stops. As soon as we pick up the backpacks and start to blow, the wind starts to blow the opposite direction of the way we want to go. Then I go and I turn around and I start blowing towards the wind, and the wind switches direction. Like Mother Nature doesn't want us to do cleanups or something, or that she's just saying, "No, leave my leaves alone. I don't want them. I want them right where they are."
That's funny.
That's just the way it seems to work. So, the challenges of spring cleanups and fall cleanups, to that effect.
We had more of that on our recent one.
Yeah,
Thursday.
There was basically more sticks around because that guy's got a dead tree that really needs to come down. It's going to take someone's head off one of these days.
Yeah.
But like all last year, every time we went and did mowing for this property, there was another big stick in the ground there. So it just seems like every time we were there, it's dropping sticks like crazy, and it never gets leaves. It's completely dead. And unfortunately, the neighbor's house is like right next door, so if that tree comes down, it would fall right on his house.
Yeah.
But anyway. That is our progress for cleanups. We've gotten 2 out of the way so far. We got a couple days off, but until I think the 6th is our next.
Are you going to tell the audience our troubles that we had on Thursday?
Oh, right. Yeah, well, we've known that we've got a wiring issue on the dump trailer, but. It just seems like it's like intermittent, so it comes and goes. So like we plug it in, it's green, we got trailer brakes, and then halfway down the road it goes out and no trailer brakes. So we after the cleanup, we had a couple estimates we had to get out of the way, but we took the trailer down to our local trailer repair shop. He's going to look at it and hopefully get it back to us before the 6th. So,
but not just that. What? After the cleanup, we went to dump.
Oh, right.
What happened there, Dave?
Yeah. I was trying to forget about that. Now, the battery was dead. It sat all winter long, so the crazy winter we had, it was so cold this winter, it just killed the battery. So the battery, we charged it for 5 minutes off the pigtail, which got us enough to dump for our last job, but it just didn't charge enough. We didn't have it plugged in.
It probably went up an inch.
It went up an inch and stopped. Yeah, but
so we had
also remember the last job was more leaves than anything, so it wasn't as heavy to dump. So it actually we were able to dump with that one. But this one here, we had a lot more sticks from that dead tree, so it was heavier, and it just didn't have enough power to get it out. So
we had to bring it back home, which, good thing our place is not far.
It's only
and we had to charge it, go out and do some estimates, come back for it.
And then hopefully, then it was charged enough, and we
dumped it.
We were able
and that's when the trailer guy said, "Oh, I could take it," after Dave had told me, "Don't unhook the trailer," and I had just finished doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
a long day.
Yeah, it was. It was so at least we got it done. We got the main part done anyways. So craziness with the trailers. But the batteries should be holding. I actually can check it. It's at the repair shop right now, but I can dial in and check what the battery is, see if it held overnight. But supposedly the guy's working on it. He's going to check the wiring because the other issue with that trailer is the directional lights. You put the right directional light on, and all the running lights start blinking. So that was that's been going on since we got the trailer. So that was messed up from day one since we purchased it, and so he's going to work that out. But he's also going to try to put a solar panel on it. So hopefully, the sun keeps it charged. But now we're relying on Mother Nature here. So with Mother Nature and the wind, can't rely on her for that. But maybe we can rely on her to keep the battery charged. So at least we can dump what's in the trailer when we need to. But so there's our trailer issues. So we'll get them worked out. Hopefully we got the whole month of April to get these worked out before we start mowing. Probably the last day, the last cleanup, we'll get all the bugs worked out, and then we start mowing, and then we'll have issues with that. So,
well, don't jinx yourself.
Yeah, I think I just did jinx myself. I shouldn't have said that. Anyways, but you got your hours in anyways for grooming, so at least you've completed your internship or externship, whatever they want to call it.
I still have one more day that they had scheduled me, Sunday.
Yeah, and you're going to complete that day, but you got your hours anyway, so you're
I have
over your 150.
150.75 hours.
150.75. That 0.75 it just puts you over the top.
Yeah.
So,
the owner had to laugh because her mother's the one that does the
hours.
The hours, and she does the computer and the phones and stuff.
She's like the secretary.
So she's like, you got 150.75, and the owner's like, 0.75? What?
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah, well, right down to the millisecond.
Yep.
So at least you got one more day of that, and then you're done just perfectly in time for our major cleanups.
Well, I supposedly have one more exam, I guess I got to do.
Yeah, but at least you don't have to go anywhere for that. That's an online thing, so that's done on the computer.
Yeah.
Because like after the 6th of April, we're booked every single day until mowing. So this is our last couple days between now and April 6th. Our last few free days that we have. Probably be doing a lot of estimates between now and then, though.
Yeah.
So you get and that's on a Sunday. So you get your Sunday in, which I always find is weird. They don't work Friday or Saturday, but they work on Sundays. Great. Yeah.
Yep.
Teach their own, I guess. An update, I guess. Graham made it home from the hospital. She was there a week and 1 day, and she's doing better. So that's good. She had an ear infection that's actually getting better. So.
But she's still on antibiotics.
She's still on antibiotics. She's on an IV, an IV antibiotic for the ear infection, and it's getting better. So they're able to do the IV at her place, so which is good. And she's actually been able to hear on the phone the last day or so. So that's so it's working. So she's doing good, just in time. Her birthday's in May, so just in time for her 81st or 95th birthday.
96.
96, yeah. Oh, jeez. 96. But yeah, and she's doing good now. So that's update on that. She's good, and all is well there. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, smooth sailing, hopefully. Yeah, so you with your grooming hours, you're done with that. Any more news on how the cat's improving on their smarts? Are they getting any smarter?
I tried to work with them this morning on one button eat. So what I did was I was tapping it, but not for it to go off, and I made this sign language symbol eat. And I kept doing that, but nothing. And then I took out a can that wasn't open, and I just placed it there. Then they got excited, and I kept doing that. And eventually Holly came over, and she gently touched the top of the button, but not activating it. So I pressed it for her, and then we 8.
Okay.
So I don't think so.
Yeah, they're still just as stubborn as always. But now, has anyone ever trained dogs, cats, or any other species of animals sign language? Do they know sign language?
I don't know, but when I've looked at this button thing, I guess they could teach turtles to do it. I don't know how, but
that just completely threw everything out. That just shows how dumb our cats are. If a turtle
call
can learn
them dumb.
over,
They're just stubborn.
Yeah, a turtle can learn it, but they can't. That just
I just can't.
Put them at the bottom
I just
of the
can't
food chain.
picture it because they're so hard. How would they? Unless they have them all lined up or something in a row, versus what they show. I don't know because I could just picture them like hitting it with the bottom part of their shell.
No, they hit it with their head probably.
I don't know. I'd have to see it. I'll look it up.
Yeah, that would be something to see. Wow. Well, I know
it would probably take them.
They could probably teach. If they can teach a turtle, then that means they can probably teach birds.
It would probably take them like an hour to say a couple words, but
yeah, well, it'll take them an hour just go from one end of the button row to the other.
Yeah.
Oh well. So anything on your list of topics today? I know you had a few things you wanted.
Excuse me, I'm tired.
Yeah, well, that's because you got up so early this morning.
Yeah. Well, also I've been working hard. I only had one because I remember a couple weeks back somebody asked about comfort food.
Oh.
And I couldn't think of a comfort food, but I thought of a comfort music. Like what music you go to when you're stressed or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I know. Scotty, right?
Scotty McCreery.
Yeah. Well, I figured that. Because you like him because he looks like your cousin?
Well, not that. I like his voice over that, but I also think he looks similar to one of my cousins.
Yeah, right. Okay, all right. Can you guess mine?
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Mm-hmm. I've got a couple.
Third Day.
Yep. And 3 Doors Down. Yeah, and Vertical Horizon, 3 Doors Down, stuff like that. Yep. Yeah, so that's a dead giveaway. I know you've known for a while.
Well, I knew about Hootie.
Yeah.
Every time I could tell Dave was stressed out, Hootie would show up on the radio.
Right. Oh, it's...
I'm not a big fan of Hootie and the Blowfish.
No.
I don't know if it's because I've heard it a lot. or if I just don't care for it.
Yeah, well... I don't know. There's that was just one of them that I tend to go to, but I've got a few. But yeah, I guess music pick me up. So there you go. That's you only got one band that you listen to.
Well, I listen to a lot of different music. Just
that's your go-to.
That's my go-to.
Okay. Perfect. So, while we're on the topic of music, what would you say the worst song ever is?
I know it's a kid's song, but it's a small world after all.
Yeah,
I just want to tear my ears off when I hear it.
So annoying.
Unless you could think of a recent one that I just can't think of right now.
Yeah, that one is just downright annoying.
I'd rather listen to the Chipmunks than
Alvin
that.
and Chip. Well, that's pretty bad because I know you can't stand their voices. Well, how about Alanis Morissette? I know you don't.
Oh,
like her
yes.
voice.
I don't like her voice. I don't.
Well, what would you like better? Here's like a would you rather thing. Would you rather listen to Alanis Morissette or It's a Small World?
Alanis Morissette. The other one.
Yeah.
I hope I'm getting her name right. Nelly
Imbruglia.
Yeah. Is that the right one?
Yes, the one that sings Torn.
Is that the song that I'm like, eh?
Yeah, every time you hear the song Torn, you're like, I can't stand her voice. Yeah. Yeah, Natalie Imbruglia. Yeah. So you don't like... So you're still going with the Small World song over those
Over
two.
those, yes. Yeah. I would probably like I said, tear my ears off if I heard.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a Small World after all, over and over and over again.
Yeah. That reminds me, I can't remember this movie. It was something that Dad was watching years ago, and somebody they were at a party. Somebody snuck in there, and they played, it was a kid's album, and they changed the CD in the CD player at the party, and they put this kid's album in there and put it on repeat and locked them all in the house.
Oh.
And it tortured them. They were there for like all night long, and it was like, that was like this guy's way of torturing these people. And
Well,
I guess it worked. I don't know how it ended. I just remember that part of the movie. Anyway, so here's another thing for us to think about. Like, this is like the mistaken identity topic.
I'm not good at this.
Yeah. Has there been somebody that you like mistaken for somebody else?
I'm sure I have, but I can't remember it. I didn't notate it, like...
I think of one time.
Excuse me.
I think we were at a grocery store, and like, you know how my mother gets like flustered with things. And she was talking to me about pick this, get these things for me, and she was standing there talking to me, and then I look over to answer her, and she's gone, and somebody else is standing there. I'm like,
oh, well, yeah, I do that all the time with you.
yeah. Oh,
In like the grocery store or any store, yeah. We're walking side by side, and I'm talking, and then he veers off.
Yeah.
And then there's someone near me. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. My husband just took off on me.
Hey, so I guess
I thought you meant.
I guess
you see someone.
Yeah.
You think it's somebody, but it's not. I thought that's what you meant.
Well, it is what I'm talking about, but that's like the only thing I can come up with right now is that time at the grocery store. My mom did that to me, so I guess I do that to you. And
you get it from her.
Apparently, I do. No, but like, there's like a few people here that have responded to that. Says, they went to a party and they started talking to someone, and they thought it was their boss, and they were talking about they weren't going to be to work tomorrow, thinking that they called in sick, telling their boss that they were at a party, that they weren't going to be at work tomorrow, and forgot to, and then didn't show up for work the next day, and they got a no call, no show.
Wow. At least they didn't get fired.
I don't know. It doesn't say, but who knows what happened, what the consequences are. But that's
you don't know what your boss looks like?
I guess not. That's funny. Well, they were at a work party. I guess they thought it was their boss. I don't know.
Well, I would think the boss would have hired them.
Yeah, you would think so, or the supervisor or somebody. But anyway, that's a good story. So here's another one related to work. Is which I think there's quite a few answers here. Most awkward moment on a video call. You don't do a lot of.
I don't do many video calls.
No, but I've seen some.
And what was awkward?
Well, I've seen some on TV, but then I've also seen one. I'll tell you what the one where I was on a call I saw. But there was some that were on TV, like that they played that the guy's on a business meeting and his kid walks in the room and starts.
Yeah.
Something like that. This is all like, I'm sure there was a ton of stuff that happened like that during COVID when everyone worked from home. But, I've seen some that were talking, and there was, the person I was talking to was just like holding something up to the camera, trying to show me a document, and then their cat walks in front of it. And, and their cat keeps sitting in between them and the monitor, which, I'm sure that's funny. But, they had during COVID, which I thought was funny, like the national weather guy did all the weather reports from his house, and his animal started, appearing in all these videos. Like, and I think when he went back to work, he actually brought his pet to work. Yeah, it was his cat. He brought his cat to work in order to, to show everybody, because he had kind of got famous during this time. All right. So, anyways, that's what everything we got this week. So, we'll let you guys know. We'll wrap things up this week, but we'll let you know when we get the trailer back and what they found. But it's definitely, we got 2 others that we gotta also get back out there. We'll see what the issues are with those when we start rolling. But we'll get everything fixed up, and we'll be back next week. Have a great day, everybody. Bye for now.